How we doing? We doing all right? Yeah. Absolutely. You guys are a beautiful crowd. Beautiful crowd. A lot of beautiful ladies in the house tonight. Beautiful. Absolutely. But I'm sure, I mean, you guys probably hear that a lot. You know? You don't need to hear that from me. Compliments will mean a lot to nice-looking ladies. For ladies, compliments are like popcorn. They're like, I could eat 1 million of these and still be not even full. For compliments for a guy are like buffalo. You get one and it'll last you like 6 months. A girl tells you your shirt looks nice, you're like, this will last me through the winter. No, there's not much to compliment me on. I don't live a very glamorous life. I'm trying to do the comedy thing. I recently took a Greyhound to a comedy show. Yeah, in case you guys are wondering how much money I make. That's took a Greyhound 6 hours, and the whole time I sat next to a very nice light-skinned black man that was playing music out loud on his phone the entire ride there. Yeah, and his playlist was crazy. It would be like Ghetto Boys, Tom Petty, Journey, Future. Like, it was all over the place. And then in between songs every once in a while, he'd pause the music and call his baby mama and threaten to murder her. Yeah. He'd like turn off Running Down a Dream and then be like, bitch, I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you, bitch. Next time I see you, I'ma collapse your motherfucking lungs, bitch. That's a direct quote. That's a quote from this man. He bought me a Subway sandwich halfway there. He's a nice guy. I don't want to make him out to be a bad guy. No, it was a long ride though, you know? You gotta pass time on a long ride, you know? You guys ever play the license plate game on a road trip? Yeah, the license plate game. It's good fun. You look at a license plate, you try and like make up what it might stand for. You know, but every once in a while you see a license plate and you're like, oh, that's a custom, dude. That means something to them. And I saw one on the highway and I immediately knew. I'm like, I know exactly what this person is all about. The license plate said DSNY Mom. DSNY Mom. And I was like, all right, I got this person down to a T right now. This is a lady. She's from New York. Kid's got Down syndrome. All things I'm stoked on, by the way. Like, I'm like, this lady rules, dude. You know, I was making up a whole story in my head. I'm like, her name's probably Michelle. You know, Michelle was living in the brownstone in Brooklyn. She met a nice guy at a bar. They hooked up. Mr. Period. What do you know? She's pregnant. You know, but this guy, he said, I'm gonna be a man about this. I got this girl pregnant. She seems really nice. We're getting married. They got engaged. They bought an apartment together. And they're ready. They're about to do this thing. And then Michelle has the baby and its eyes are like really far apart. Like really far apart. And Dad didn't anticipate that, so he's like, fucking peace, I'm out of here. But did that stop Michelle? Absolutely not, dude. She's a strong, independent woman. She said, I'm doing this thing. Me and Harvey are moving to the Pacific Northwest, God damn it. And we're gonna live in a nice house, not a cramped apartment. He's gonna be able to go outdoors and pull grass out of the ground and stuff like that. And she moved out here. And I like almost had a tear in my eye about this lady. I was like, DSNY Mom, you're my hero. I love you. And then we got up beside the car and I saw there was a bunch of like Minnie and Mickey Mouse stickers. And I'm like, oh, fucking Disney Mom, she's the retarded one. Fucking disgraceful. I went from thinking this lady was like my favorite person in the world to now I hate her with all my being. I don't know about you guys, but I think we can call Disney adults retards. That's just how I feel. You're 37 years old, dressed like a princess, you're fat and with no kids at Disney World. Kill yourself. That's how I feel. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. And listen, I don't want you guys, you know, We're in weird times right now. I don't want you to think I'm like trying to put these people on trains or something and send them to the death camps. Of course not. These are bus people. We're gonna put them on Greyhounds and we're gonna send them to Disney World and feed them to that alligator to eat that baby that one time. It's tough being a mom. It's tough being a mom. Seems like we got some moms in here. That's not an age joke, by the way. We got some moms in here. It's tough being a mom. My mom, she did an all right job. She's not a Disney mom. She's an alcoholic. And she does like cool alcoholic mom things, you know? She goes to Burning Man every year. Yeah, you guys are whooping. I don't approve. I don't approve of this at all. It's terrible. And I'm very don't ask, don't tell. I don't want to know what my mom's getting up to in the desert with those Mad Max people. I don't want to know what's happening. But a couple Burning Mans ago, it rained in the desert. God just had enough and tried to drown all the hippies in one fell swoop. And so I looked it up, what was going on at Burning Man, and it was even worse than I could have thought. They just went from bumping and grinding in the sand to bumping and grinding in the muck, dude. That's all that happened. My mother's in there. My beautiful mother, who raised me to be an upstanding young man, is in the muck doing Molly with dirty hippies. That doesn't make me feel good, dude. Not at all. I do hope she's doing the Molly, though. I do. I'll be honest, I want her to do Molly. Because I've never been to Burning Man, and I've never done Molly, but I assume it's the only way to make sand in your pussy feel any better. I don't know. All right, that's a new one about my mom's vagina we're working on. Glad you guys could hang in there. I hope she's doing Molly. She's gonna go cheat on my dad and get her box munched by a white dude with dreadlocks, you know? All right, there isn't now a lot of nice ladies in here. I'm sorry about the munching box comment. It's very vulgar. Men know how to make you guys feel diminished at all times. Box. Terrible thing to call the vagina, I feel. The vagina's a beautiful thing. You grow people in there. You know, it creates life. A box is just something you throw stuff in, you know? That's not right. You want me to do it again? I should have gone dirtier tonight. But no, like, a vagina's nothing like a box, man. It's a beautiful thing. And believe me, I know the difference. I know the difference. Because I put my dick in my fair share of vaginas, okay? And I put my dick in my fair share of boxes. You know what the main difference is between the two? The homeless people that live inside the boxes hate that shit. They can't stand it, dude, but it makes me come. I'm not gonna stop. That would be crazy. No, I love homeless people, man. Homeless people watching is one of my favorite hobbies. It really is. I love homeless people watching. It's great being in the Pacific Northwest. You get to watch a lot of them. We got like the bendy ones, you know? We got those guys. I've seen all of them, but I think recently I saw my favorite midget. I saw my favorite homeless person I've ever seen in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a homeless midget recently. Swear to God, it happened. It was a real thing, and I couldn't believe it myself, so I had to call somebody to tell them. It was very late at night, so I called the only person who I knew would be up, my sister who lives in Australia. I called her, I got her on the line. She's like, we haven't talked in 6 months, what's going on? I'm like, you need to hear this. I just saw a homeless midget on the streets. I thought she'd be excited. She's like, you mean unhoused little person? I'm like, fuck you. Let me be excited about something, goddammit. Unhoused little person. They don't want you to call them midgets anymore. I don't even think they care. But tall people are telling me not to call them midgets. It'll never happen, dude. I like midget too much. It's too fun to say. Midget. Midget. I'll even put a hard T on it sometimes, dude. Midget. It'll never happen though, dude. The other words just aren't as fun. I do kind of like dwarf. Dwarf is fun. You know, it's mystical. I like that. I like Lord of the Rings, you know? But why stop at midgets? You know, if I'm gonna call midgets dwarves, let's start calling people in wheelchairs centaurs. Fat people, ogres now. That's what we call them. Meet a guy with one eye, just call him a cyclops right to his face. Fuck it, let's start calling trans people shapeshifters. All right, you guys have been great. I'm Willie Dean. Have a good night, everybody.